The auditors signed off on the reports. They were all lies. Satyam Computers, once a shining beacon of India's IT prowess, crumbled under the weight of its own deceit. Founded in 1987 by Byrraju Ramalinga Raju in Hyderabad, Satyam grew rapidly, gaining trust and accolades worldwide. The company quickly evolved from a small private firm into a global powerhouse, serving more than 650 clients in 66 countries. It was an era when India's IT industry was booming, and Satyam was at the forefront of this technological revolution. But behind closed doors, Raju and his team orchestrated a massive fraud, inflating revenues and profits to project an image of unstoppable growth. In 1991, Satyam went public on the Bombay Stock Exchange, marking a pivotal moment in its history. Investors were drawn to the company's promise of high returns and its innovative approach. By 2006, Satyam had surpassed $1 billion in revenues, making it one of the top 4 IT companies in India. The company was on top of the world, celebrated for its innovation and efficiency. It was the first Indian firm to publish IFRS-audited financials, setting a benchmark for transparency and governance. Yet beneath this veneer of success, there were cracks hidden from view. The turning point came in December 2008 when the Hyderabad property market collapsed, exposing financial irregularities that would unravel the facade. The economic downturn added pressure on Raju's empire, and the truth was about to surface. On January 7, 2009, Raju confessed to a $1 billion accounting fraud in a letter addressed to the board of directors. In a stunning admission, he revealed that the balance sheet included fictitious cash and bank balances, over Rs 7,136 crore, nearly $1.5 billion. The revelation sent shockwaves through the corporate world, shaking the very foundation of trust in corporate governance. The once mighty Satyam was now a symbol of greed and deception, a name synonymous with scandal. The Central Bureau of Investigation quickly stepped in, launching a thorough probe into the scandal. As the investigation unfolded, the extent of the deceit became painfully clear. Raju's confession was just the tip of the iceberg. The manipulation of financial data was extensive, with fictitious reserves and inflated revenues misleading investors and stakeholders. It was revealed that the company had been generating false invoices to show inflated revenues, creating a complex web of deceit. The forensic audits uncovered a staggering scale of manipulation, as Raju and his cohorts had been cooking the books for years. The human toll was devastating. Over 53,000 employees faced career uncertainty, their livelihoods hanging in the balance. Many had dedicated years of hard work to Satyam, only to find themselves caught in the crossfire of this corporate debacle. Investors, who once saw their shares as a safe bet, watched in horror as their investments evaporated. Stock prices plummeted from $30 to less than $1, wiping out billions of dollars in shareholder value overnight. Class action lawsuits piled up as global investors sought justice, their trust shattered by the web of lies spun by Satyam's leadership. The scandal had far-reaching implications, shaking the confidence of investors not only in India but around the world. At the root of this scandal lay corporate greed and a lack of regulatory oversight. Raju's desire to maintain a facade of rapid growth led to unethical practices that prioritized personal gain over responsibility. As Raju himself put it, it was like a slow poison that got into the system, a toxic culture that ultimately led to Satyam's downfall. The scandal exposed significant gaps in regulatory frameworks, highlighting the urgent need for stronger checks and balances within corporations. By April 2009, Tech Mahindra, a part of the Mahindra Group, stepped in, acquiring the beleaguered company in a bid to salvage what was left. It was a rescue operation aimed at restoring credibility and stability. The acquisition was valued at $1.2 billion, and it marked a new beginning for the employees and clients of Satyam. Yet, the damage was done. Although Tech Mahindra managed to stabilize operations and rebrand the company as Mahindra Satyam, the scars of the scandal ran deep. The acquisition was a complex process involving intricate negotiations and regulatory approvals. But it was a necessary step to save the company from complete collapse. Satyam's collapse served as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked ambition and the critical need for ethical governance in business. It prompted widespread introspection and reforms within the corporate sector in India. The scandal led to reforms in corporate governance and accounting practices, emphasizing the importance of transparency and accountability. New regulations were introduced to strengthen the oversight of auditors and enhance the independence of board members. The Satyam scandal stands as a cautionary tale, underscoring the importance of transparency and accountability. It reminds us that behind every balance sheet is a story, and sometimes those stories are built on lies. The lessons from Satyam echo across boardrooms worldwide. Integrity must never be compromised. The scandal continues to be a case study in business schools globally, teaching future leaders the critical importance of ethical practices and robust governance frameworks. In the end, Satyam's story is not just about corporate greed or regulatory failure. It's about the human cost of deception and the resilience required to rebuild trust. The fall of Satyam serves as a wake-up call, reminding us of the fragility of reputation and the enduring power of truth. As the dust settled, the world took note, and the echoes of Satyam's downfall continue to resonate, urging vigilance and integrity in the world of business.